Hey, yo! Lou! Teebs podcast! Hello there!
Welcome, everyone, to the Teebs podcast. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back, everyone who's not new, who's already following and everything. I messed that up so bad.
Fuck, man. Damn it.
Oops.
I'm Jules.
I'm Libby.
She thinks she is.
I don't know.
Are you Libby? And I'm Heather, your host. Welcome.
Welcome.
So who's starting us off with the first subject?
Yo, I can start. Wait, hold on.
Or should we wait a little bit? Maybe ease into it, if you know what I mean.
Let's ease into it, alright?
Let's just take it easy.
Okay, so it's been a whole week. It's been a long time. It's been years, guys. I don't
literally been 50 years since we last streamed.
It's been like 80 years, honestly. Like, it's been really long.
That's an understatement.
We have the same voices. We haven't changed.
Maybe. Well,
Over years.
We're still us, so we're
still
okay.
15 and 16, you know.
Oh, yeah. Dude, okay, so the weather has been so much nicer. Oh yeah.
You and your weather, my God.
I just can't help it. We've talked about weather like every podcast.
Is that gonna be like our starting thing? Just
the
weather
like, hey,
today.
The weather. How's it going?
But it's literally been so nice.
There's no more snow on the ground.
Very nice. There's still snow in my yard.
I look in the background. I look in the backyard and I don't see any snow anymore. That's very relieving.
Yeah, and it's just been not cold. It was like
-6.
Below average.
Yes, below
that
average.
That reminds me of the movie, The Perks of Being a Wildflower. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh my goodness.
I thought you were gonna say Ice Age at first, but
yeah.
have you guys seen Ice Age?
Yeah. Have you guys seen that movie? You know, the Ice Age with the mammoth and the
And that one saber-toothed tiger thingy.
the one that everybody actually thinks is hot, which is kind of wrong.
Hey, people think Kovu is hot, so
People think what's his name from Zootopia?
the fox. I don't know his name. I have a
I think it's
I have a confession to make. I've never seen Zootopia.
What?
I'm sorry.
Seriously?
I'm sorry.
How
I've
have you
never
not
seen
seen
it.
it?
I forgot to change it.
It's literally like
I forgot to change the scene.
Try everything.
I know that's the movie that Shakira song is from, but
Zootopia
Yeah,
is good.
no, it's literally fantastic. Oh
I
my
love
goodness,
it.
if you haven't seen it. Oh, I think his name is Nick. His name
Yeah.
is Nick Wilde.
It's Nick Wilde. You are correct.
And
You know-
and he's a beautiful red fox.
I think he's pretty wild.
So funny.
Yes. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, it's time to get out.
Yeah, I'm
just gonna leave. I'm gonna end the stream here. Goodbye,
I'm
everyone.
gonna roll out, guys.
End it off on an awkward note.
Me trying to make a bad pun. I end it here.
Yeah, it's time to go home. It's time to go home, Heather.
I'm going
Probably the
home.
best decision.
I'm going home. Wait, in middle school, you guys we had performing arts. What was your favorite kind of thing in there? Do you guys have any stories? Do you have anything to say about it? What was your big thing about it? I do. You know what I mean? Say something.
Just say something, please.
Say something.
Okay.
Something.
In choir, oh my goodness, that
Yes,
was
we love choir.
especially like in middle school, that was like my main thing. Like I loved it. I loved it. My teacher, Miss McGovern, she was fantastic. Like, oh my goodness, I remember when all of us in her choir class gave her such a hard time. Like, I mean, it wasn't like all of us, but the class was so bad. It was awful.
Didn't one of our classes make the sub cry at some point?
Yes.
That was the class I was in.
Yeah, we were in the same class like almost all 3 years, I think, Heather.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but I remember going. Miss McGovern was there, and I think she was also pregnant at the time.
Mhm.
And we were just supposed to go on stage because I think we were doing rehearsals or whatever. And she literally told us she said not to go behind the curtains of on stage because there was curtains behind the risers or whatever, and people dart for the damn curtains. They go all behind there, giggling, being the most childish, oh my goodness, it was terrible. And I remember Miss McGovern going, guys, she started screaming at us, and we all had to stand there for 40 minutes getting a lecture, and then we finally got to sing. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember it so clearly.
I just remember, she literally told us, do not go behind the curtains. And literally the first thing everybody does is go behind the curtains. And I just think,
I have a feeling if she wouldn't have told us to not go behind there, nobody would have done it. If she wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't understand what was so special about what was behind those curtains anyways.
I don't know. Probably a makeout spot? I don't know.
Oh, yeah? With, hundreds of students?
Hey, I'm just saying. It was an opportunity, okay?
Yeah.
That could not have taken place.
yeah, choir was like amazing to me. I used to love it so much. I'm not in choir anymore, which sucks, but I'm just my high school teacher ruined it for me. I wanted to do like tons of solos after I did my first one in like elementary school. Or not, well, actually, yeah, it was elementary school. And then I did I did one at Allison, and then I did like a duet, which was, it was okay, but it wasn't okay. We sung Dear Theodosia, from Hamilton.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember sitting there while the other girl, I'm not going to name her, but I was sitting there and then she starts singing and I just...
You did amazing though. Like,
oh, well, thank you. But I mean, like, the other girl was awesome though, but I just think the pitches were completely off.
mhm.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, she probably
Yeah.
was like just super nervous at the time.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was shivering. I was like, whoa, like I was shaking, man, on that stage. I remember like sweating in my dad uniform. I literally went up on the stage, and before we even started, I go in the microphone and I say, "We're dads," and that was embarrassing.
It
Do you remember
it was
that?
it was iconic, all right.
It was so that was one of my most iconic middle school memories. Me
Yes,
going, "We're
exactly.
dads."
We're dads, all right. I just wanted to make that statement.
Just listen, because like I mean, we were wearing like some sort of like suit getup, but it wasn't like a full suit. It was like basically a suit without the jacket or whatever.
You got
and
the dress
vest.
shirt and the dress
Yeah.
pants.
And then we had ties. And so I just wanted to make it clear that we were dads. We looked like Donald Trump. So
You
Did-
we look like presidents of the United States getting on stage and singing songs about our sons.
Do you guys remember going to the Ruffin building for that one thing
Oh
choir?
my-
That was
so bad.
terrible. Oh my god, she was so mad at us the next day.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Dude, Heather's mom. Oh my god. Heather, you tell what happened with your mom, because that was insane.
I very vividly remember. I do not remember much at all. I might have just mixed it up, but I don't remember much from it. But I remember her getting really mad at the other kids
Well, okay.
for being like super
I already-
disrespectful.
Yeah, because she, like, everybody could tell that Miss McGovern was already angry, like, from the beginning. Because nobody would follow directions in the long line we had.
It
And
was
then
so
whenever...
hot.
Oh, it was so hot. It was, oh my god. And then whenever we all had to stand beside each other in that small room.
I almost threw up. I almost got sick. It was that bad.
Yeah, I felt so bad because like everybody was talking, even whenever we were singing.
Yeah, so many.
Dude.
Terrible. But we were singing for a bunch of old people, so.
Yeah,
I
felt bad.
I remember. I'm not gonna name her, but I remember one girl
Uh-huh.
literally saying that she wants to trip Miss McGovern while they were in the line.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, Heather, was I standing by you?
I don't remember. I know I was standing next to her, but
Oh my god, it was so bad that I was getting angry at like everyone. I was like, "Shut up! Shut up!" Because Miss McGovern is over here like stressing out, and then it was a terrible
I
night.
felt so bad for Miss McGovern.
Honestly,
bad.
we were probably like the worst choir class that she'd ever had.
Oh,
But then
100%.
whenever we were on stage and like we were actually like serious and it was for a concert for our parents, I think that we sounded
We did good.
amazing. Like we did so good. Like our choir was like not like any other middle school choirs. Oh, and speaking of that, I have like another middle school choir memory. It was DCA. And I remember when our choir went up, we were the biggest choir up on stage.
Oh yeah,
and-
that's right.
Yeah, and we had like a loud sound. It was awesome. We did really good. And then the other choirs go up. They're super small, and honestly, like,
Dude, do you
yeah.
remember we had to
But
go to fucking K-State to get
Oh,
yeah,
to get good?
to get good.
Basically, like
Yeah.
we didn't sound good before. We sounded good at K-State, and then we just got worse from there.
Yeah,
yes. Yes, we
that's
did.
true. Well, do you remember at the DCA that we all fell asleep on each other?
I
Like,
don't
we were
remember that.
literally, we were all falling asleep in our chairs, and then we got in huge trouble by Miss McGovern because we fell asleep. We were so rude. We were the rudest. Oh, goddamn, guys, we're terrible.
Dude, I
Here.
was trying so hard to find one of our songs that we performed at the DCA from K-State. I have had zero luck. Like, I know it was like super loud, super big, and for some reason I think of that song being the color like yellow for some reason. Like a greenish yellow. I don't know how to explain it, but it just
A
it
color.
it feels
Yeah.
Yellow. Okay.
It feels.
It feels
the
like it,
color
right?
Yellow.
But I still cannot remember the
yeah.
name of it at all.
I do not. I only remember maybe like 3 songs from choir in middle school. It was probably like Seize the Day, which I love that song so
That
much.
was good.
So good. And then
I will count the stars
yes,
for
that
you.
one.
Yes.
And then also the one that we sang every Christmas, and it was the
The Silent Night.
Silent Night. Oh, so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So pretty too. I love that.
All the Disney songs that we performed.
Oh yeah, I remember we loved Under the Sea. Oh, and then A Whole New World. Oh, so good. We had to face. Remember whenever we had to face the guys while we were singing, and like it was so awkward.
Oh god.
Like during class, she was like, "Face the men." I was like, "All right."
You are lovers. Face each other.
It's time for me to head out.
I'm gonna leave.
Hey, Leah, do you have any Allie? Do you have any performing arts memories or?
I have a couple. Like, I mean, this story is about someone in the chat. So we were doing what's it called? A show, and you're not supposed to talk backstage if your mic is not on. And this girl, it was not her fault. It was not her fault at all. But someone misclicked and turned her mic on. And this play was about medieval times. So she was in character backstage yelling, "F you, I'm the queen now," in front of a
I
live
remember
audience.
that vividly.
Stop it.
That
Are you
was
kidding?
Oh my god, we all heard it. Oh my god.
Her parents were in the audience too. It was beautiful.
That is not good.
I bet it was like
Oh.
completely devastating to her. I bet she was flipped. I bet like all the color drained from her face once she noticed.
Was it like
Like,
dead silent after that?
I know.
I don't
Okay, I was
think
sitting
so.
in the audience because I was the house for that show, and I remember seeing like the audience looking around, and then the people on stage were trying so hard not to laugh. And Livy, were you next to me at the time?
No, I might have been, but I was
I don't remember who, but I just
because I was either backstage or I was sitting next to you because I was costume.
All I know is I turned to someone and I just started laughing. Like, I tapped them to go outside and we just started snorting in Miss Gates' classroom. And then the person walks in. She's like, "Did that really come on the intercom?" And it echoed not only through the auditorium, but the whole school.
Man.
That's
that was-
awesome.
Oh.
That's not even like tragic. That is literally awesome. Like, that's a good memory.
It is. Like,
It's
and now every
beautiful.
time we do something, we just bring it up and it's hilarious.
So beautiful.
Did she get in trouble?
No, she just was like, Miss Gates was like, no, just don't talk backstage, and we all just started laughing at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow, my drama teacher, I believe like she'd get like so mad, but at the same time probably not because my drama teacher is so nice. The one, my drama teacher, Miss Schuster, gotta love her. Ugh. I remember. Oh, I was talking to Lane last night about some of these stories too, and I completely disregarded that we were talking about it during the podcast. So, it wasn't like during the play, but it was like getting ready for it and everything. I think it was like the night before, and Miss Schuster, we were doing this play called Radium Girls. I was helping. I wasn't a part of it because it was just for rep theater people only, and Miss Schuster bought these glass bottles. They look like, old beer bottles or whatever. But they were like clear, and she put this green food coloring in it because, radium, whatever. And so she wanted me to fill it up with water so it can be like green water. And I was like, okay. So she puts a bunch of them on this rolling cart. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to have a problem with this. So I start rolling it out of the class. But you know how school doors, they have those metal things like underneath it to like stop the door or whatever? You know how they have those metal plates
Yes, I do.
underneath?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I try to roll over it with that cart, and all you hear is crashing and shattering glass. And I already knew, man. I stood there like quietly, and I just literally once again, embarrassed. My color drained, like all the color in my face drained from my, like, oh god. It was terrible, and I have like really bad anxiety, so you can see what happened there. And I could tell Miss Schuster was mad because one, it was like the day before the play. I felt so bad because she spent money on those bottles online, and oh god, it was terrible. But yeah, it's okay because I apologized to Miss Schuster, and I told her I would pay for more if she needed it, but she said it's fine, so we all good.
Are y'all good?
We all good.
We all good,
We all good in the head, yeah.
We all good.
All right. Okay, so that leads to our next topic: conspiracy theories.
I have nothing to add, so I will mute.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leah, I believe you should go first.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot my conspiracy theory before this.
Olivia, you should go first.
Why should I go first? Okay, I'm being honest here. I didn't do much research on mine, but there's this one that I did look up just a little bit ago, and it's some people believe that a research facility in Alaska might be a mind control lab. So, and there's, sorry, Toulouse is in the background, but people think that there's all kinds of stuff. They've been trying to do, like in the 70s, they would do like make people take LSD and try to control them through that, something like that. And it's just crazy. But I mean, I could see something like that, but like, it's just weird.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Taking LSD to mind control?
See if they could control the people's minds through it. It was something like that, which is just crazy. How could taking LSD do that? Like, or what made them think that LSD would do that? It's a psychedelic drug. Like, it's gonna make you see stuff, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna tell them, you go do this, and they'll go do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, go build me a train.
Go build me. Go
Yeah.
build me a train.
With
right
your
now.
mind. Only your
There's
mind.
no reason. I just want a train.
I need
okay.
I like trains, man, okay? Don't gotta bash me for it.
Oh.
That reminds me of ASDF movie.
I
Oh
like
my God,
trains.
Yes. Okay. I guess since Olivia's done, I'll go. So if you guys don't know, about the Elisa Lam story, you are missing out.
I'm missing out.
Are you kidding? You don't know the Elisa Lam story?
Are you serious?
Go ahead.
You
I know.
can't be serious.
I know about it, but I haven't done much research. Research
you-
about it. Sorry.
so you
Oops.
you know about you know about the girl in the elevator, right? That video that went viral.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's Elisa Lam. So I'm just gonna read off a Tumblr post that I saw. So get ready to have your mind boggled.
Boggle my mind.
Okay, so it starts off with the mysterious case of Elisa Lam, the last found footage moments before her creepy, horrific death. Crime Scene: The Vanishing of Elisa Lam is a new Netflix crime documentary series. If you have not seen that, watch it. Oh my god, it's so crazy. It like, you don't have to do any research. It tells you everything. So Heather, yeah. And then it says establishing the facts around the mysterious case of Elisa Lam. These are mysteries that are so eerie and strange that they boggle the mind for days on end. The case of Elisa Lam is one of them. In February 2013. This wasn't even like that long ago. This 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, was found dead inside the Cecil Hotel's rooftop water tank in Los Angeles. The LA County Department of Coroner, ruled the death accidental due to drowning and said no traces of drugs or alcohol were found during the autopsy. However, there is much more to the story than what is applied by the police reports. So then it shows the video of Elisa Lam, the bizarre footage, and the way her hands move in it, and just like the way that she clicks all those buttons. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. It's crazy. Completely flabbergasted by the footage I watched of Elisa Lam's unusual behavior in the elevator, the heightened fight or flight response in her demeanor, I began digging for information about Elisa Lam and her death. I ended up discovering all kinds of bizarre facts and coincidences. For instance, the Cecil Hotel, where the events took place, had a morbid history of suicides and murders, and there's plenty more. So, and then it explains the footage of Elisa Lam's moments before death. The first piece of evidence that is to be considered is an elevator surveillance tape that recorded Elisa's behavior only a few moments before she lost her life. The 4-minute video posted on YouTube shows Elisa pressing all of the elevator buttons and waiting for it to move. Seeing that the elevator doors are not closing, she starts behaving extremely bizarrely. At first, Elisa enters the elevator and apparently presses all of its buttons. She then waits for something to happen, but for some reason the elevator door doesn't shut. She starts to look around as if she is expecting or hiding from someone. At 1:57, her arms and hands are starting to move in a very strange manner, almost not human, as she appears to be walking to someone, something, or nothing at all. She then walks away, the elevator door shuts and appears to start working again right after the events of the video. Elisa apparently gained access to the rooftop of the hotel, climbed to its water tank, and somehow ended up drowning in it. Her body was found 2 weeks after her death, after hotel guests complained about the water's taste and color. Ugh. incredible. Seeing the surveillance footage, most people would conclude that she was under the influence of drugs. However, Elisa did not have a history of drug use, and her autopsy concluded that no drugs were involved. When one looks at the context and the circumstances of this death, things become even more mysterious. So I'm going to read about the Cecil Hotel's dark history. Built in the 1920s, the cater to business to come into town and spend a night or two, Cecil Hotel was quickly upstaged by more glamorous hotels. Located near the infamous Skid Row area, the hotel began renting rooms on a long-term basis for cheap prices, a policy that attracted a shiftier crowd. The hotel's reputation quickly went from shifty to morbid, when it became notorious for numerous suicides, murders, as well as lodging famous serial killers. The Night Stalker. Oh my goodness, if you guys have not seen this documentary, absolutely crazy. Part of the Cecil Hotel's sordid history involves serial killer Richard Ramirez. How on death row, Richard Ramirez, labeled the Night Stalker, killed 13 female victims living at the Cecil Hotel in 1985. A building at the time full of shady characters, he remained unnoticed, being charged $14 a night while he stalked and killed his victims. And then this says, Cecil Hotel, a nexus for crime. Cecil Hotel has attracted the likes of the shadiest characters and many criminals. One has the question, the attraction, the draw these people to the Cecil Hotel. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, was a journalist covering crime in Los Angeles for an Australian magazine. While being a guest at the Cecil Hotel, in 1991, the journalist was blamed for killing 3 prostitutes. In the 50s and 60s, the Cecil Hotel was known as a place that people would go to jump out of one of the hotel's windows and commit suicide. A notable suicide in the hotel's sordid history was of Pauline Auton, a 27-year-old woman who jumped from a ninth window after an argument with her enraged husband. On October 12, 1962, Auton landed on Georgia I don't even know some of these words. A 65-year-old man who was walking on the sidewalk. Oh my gosh, she landed on a man. Oh, 90 feet below, both were killed instantly. There was also a murder of one of the residents of Cecil Hotel, Pigeon Goldie, also Osgood, a retired telephone operator known for protecting and feeding pigeons in a nearby park, was found dead in his ransacked room on June 4th, 1964. He had been stabbed, strangled, raped, oh my gosh, and crime still remains unsolved. And then it talks about the Black Dahlia who stayed there, but that's a whole nother story. So there's this movie called the movie Dark Water. Have you guys seen that movie before?
I have not, actually.
I don't think I have.
I don't remember who's in it, but there's like really known actors in the movie. So the story of Elisa Lam is eerily similar to the 2005 horror movie Dark Water. Delia, the main protagonist of the movie, moves into an apartment building with her young sister Cecilia. Both these names are relevant. Black Dahlia is the nickname given to Elizabeth Short, a woman who has the victim of gruesome murder, a case that was highly publicized at the time and still one of America's most infamous unsolved murder cases. Black Dahlia was at Cecil Hotel right before she lost her life. In the movie, the daughter's name, Cecilia, is obviously quite similar to the name Cecil Hotel. After moving on into her apartment, Dahlia notices dark water leaking from the ceiling in her bathroom. She ultimately discovers that a young girl named Natasha Rimsky drowned in the building's rooftop water tank, which caused the water to turn black. The owner of the apartment building about this fact but refused to take action. Elisa Lamb's body was in the water tank over 2 weeks, causing hotel guests to complain about the foul-tasting black water. The ending of the movie is also eerily irrelevant. Sorry. The apartment building elevator malfunctions, and the ghost of Cecilia's mother braids her hair. Is Elisa Lamb's death one of the ritualistic murders that are mirrored in a Hollywood movie? That's what it says. And then also there's this one part of the documentary series on Netflix that it showed that there was a guy who was like in this what was it, metal band, and he was like staying in the Cecil Hotel, and apparently people blamed him for her death. And I felt bad for the dude, because the thing is, like, not all metal bands are like the meaning of like death and the devil and all crap like that. And so people blamed it on him because, you know, he was a metal artist, and his career was basically ruined. And there's just so much more to it, but that's one of the conspiracy theories. And the movie is just so accurate, it's crazy. But yeah.
That's whack.
It is whack.
Shit's
Super
crazy.
whack. For
Yeah,
real.
if you want to know more of the story and like all the police reports and all this stuff and how they concluded her death or whatever, the crime, you just have to watch the documentary on Netflix. Absolutely terrifying. Let me just say that.
Absolutely terrifying.
All right.
All right.
Anybody else got some cool conspiracy theories?
Not it.
All right,
Not me.
Leah. Leah.
I can't find my dang mute button. I still can't find anything. I found
Nice.
something on the Titanic about how people think it didn't actually sink.
But it did.
They think it's something to do with the government.
Oh gosh.
It's a boat in the middle of the sea that drowned.
Boats can't drown, only people and breathing.
You know what I meant.
No, I don't.
A boat that sank.
But it can't drown. It's material.
I didn't mean drown. Anyways, do tell. Do
Okay.
tell.
Yeah, do tell.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find the link again because I closed out of it by accident. So how's your guys' day?
Very tiring actually. School, I like slept through my first class because I stayed up until like 2 a.m. talking to Lane.
How?
Josh made me wake up at 6:30 just for him to not even get out of bed till 7, so I've been awake since 6:30 this morning. That was fun.
How do people
I couldn't
sleep
go
through
back to sleep.
How do people sleep through their classes? Like, do they not get counted absent or something?
I
don't know.
log in and
like-
I go to sleep.
No, you just log in and then go to sleep.
But does it like
Yeah.
automatically put you in the meetings or something, or like do you wake up after
No.
every class?
Basically you just wake
Yeah.
up after every class.
And then
Yeah,
just
I
go back
wake
to
up right
sleep.
before my class ends.
I just kind of like, it's funny because it's like I'm taking, like I sleep during class and I already know when I have to get up, so then I get up like the as the class ends.
Me too.
Just
No,
mental
it's really
memory,
weird. Basically,
sleep memory ish.
my sleep memory.
Yes,
Like,
according to my sleep memory, I wake up for class at the end of the hour. Thank you. Thank you. I actually know a friend of mine. He actually usually sleeps through geometry almost every time we have that class, and I don't understand. I don't understand why, how, but there's no way.
I normally sleep through parent and child development because I can't.
Do you have to take care of a baby? One of those
No,
like
not yet.
one of those like
I don't know.
one of those like rice-filled babies that you used to do in elementary, I think.
I usually sleep through like my French class and then my geometry class, so I have no clue what's going on in those classes ever.
I actually ended up sleeping through in my choir class at some point. It was at the very end. We were just going over some jazz music for Black History Month, and I remember waking up to an opera cover of Ave Maria, and I was so confused. Because I posted on my story about it, like, oh yeah, I fell asleep in choir class, and for some reason I felt like I was stoned for some reason. I don't know if I felt stoned in the dream or in person, but it's one or the other. But it was a weird deal for some reason. I don't understand why I felt like that, but it was for a very short amount of time, and it felt like hours.
It was because you were listening to opera. You were just like, oh, no. And then, like in your sleep, you were like, oh my god, bro, this feels great. Like,
this feels amazing, man.
Oh my god.
And I remember like listening to the song. It's like, hey, I recognize that line. I remember that in Lion King. I commented it. It got like 0 response from anybody because nobody understood.
So
Nobody understood. Nobody understood the part because it's like when Zazu was in that tiny cage for Scar when he was in charge. He was singing that really depressing song to Scar. Before it was like it's a small what?
Oh, it's a small world after all.
The song before that.
Oh, well, I don't remember. That's probably why nobody. It's been so long. I haven't seen Lion King in years.
You should watch it on Disney Plus.
I know, I should.
It's on there.
Oh, Leah,
Yeah.
you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to stop talking about Lion. Alright, so people think it's kind of like an insurance fraud type of stuff. So it all started with, they think it switched with another boat called the White Star Line ship. And it was, okay, so it says, this theory starts with the fact that the Olympic was damaged while sailing from Southampton, England to New York in September 1911, and had to return to Harland and Wolff Shipping Yard in Belfast for repairs. The company repaired the Olympic and it sailed to New York and back, and it returned into Belfast for more repairs in March 1912. A few weeks before the Titanic sailed, scrolling, a conspiracy theory claimed that some people or some person found the Olympic too severely damaged for the profitable, and so at some point it switched the Titanic to purposely ditch and damage the ship to reap insurance, and it seems it killed a bunch of people in the process. There are a bunch of holes in this theory, but one of the biggest is that the Titanic insurance wasn't enough to cover the Olympic loss. Dun, dun, dun.
Insurance? Really? Insurance?
Yeah, and if I scroll down more, they also blame it on a mummy's curse.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Ugh, I love conspiracy theories, but some are just absolutely down horrendous.
Yeah, I was looking up some earlier, and one of them was the freaking COVID. One of them was COVID is a conspiracy theory, that it's not real, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people?
We're in the middle of a fucking...
A pandemic, y'all.
A panorama. A fucking...
Panorama.
What else?
Panoramica.
Yeah, we're in a
Piano.
Panera Bread. We're
We
in
are
the
in Panera.
We are
Yeah,
in
we're
a
in
Panera
Panera.
Bread, okay? Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
We are literally
Come on, people.
inside
Have
of it,
some-
guys.
Have some respect. We're in Panera, okay? This is classy here. Shut it.
We're bougie in here. Come on.
Wait, what was that song about that I think it was like Fitz and them made, or was it no, it was like Vanoss Gaming and them, and they talked about Panera Bread. Do you remember that song, that short song? It was about the breadsticks.
Oh, breadsticks.
No, oh my
Do you
gosh,
like my
now it's gonna
song?
bother me. No, I don't.
You're mean.
Listen, okay.
I'm listening.
Breadsticks. Like what? Let me guess what that song's called. Is it called Breadsticks?
No, it's called cheese.
Okay, get out. Get out.
It's called Dick Cheese.
It's called
That
skinny
is-
bread. What?
It's called skinny bread, yo.
Breadsticks are just skinny bread. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
anyway.
you. Thank you.
You guys have any crazy party stories?
Oh, I sure do.
Yeah, Olivia, tell it.
So my birthday party, we were all, chilling around, having a good old time, and all of a sudden, I hear someone come up the stairs and be like, "Yo, someone dislocated their knee. Their
my
knee's
God.
not right." And I go downstairs, and sure enough, it's right out of place. And it's like what, 2 a.m. It was like 3 a.m. when we went to the hospital.
It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was late, and I felt so bad for my parents because I had to go and make them up and be like, her knee's out of place. It's not right.
Yeah.
And that was just like
I
weird.
Yeah, I remember going to Mercedes' house at like, I don't know, 3. Was it 2 or 3 a.m.? Me and
Yeah, because you and
Olivia's
Josh went
brother.
there.
Yeah, me and Olivia's brother Josh, we had to go right to her house, and
Because her parents weren't answering the phone.
Literally, it was taking hours for her parents to answer the phone, and then finally we just go to her house, bang on their door, and then Mercedes' dad was like, "Who are you?"
Oh my God.
Me and Josh were like, it's Josh, your daughter went to a party and she dislocated her leg. And I was like, I'm Juliet, I'm her friend. And then he was like, he came out the door, and then we explained to him what happened. And he was like, okay. And then me and Josh come back, and then we go downstairs, and then there's a water bottle downstairs.
God.
And we take a picture of the water bottle, and we say, we put "RIP Mercedes" on our stories. And
In
then
her
we
last
put,
water.
"This is her last water." Oh my
She
God.
woke up to that. Oh my God, I miss everyone.
Oh, that was
Oh my
so
God.
fun.
It was fun up until then. And then we were all just like drained. We were
Yeah,
just kind of
literally,
like,
we all sat there in silence, and like
we were just kind of tired.
we all just kind of were like, all right, it's time to go to bed. Let's not dislocate anything else.
Yeah, let's not get hurt. Let's not have to take anyone else to the hospital. Like,
It was
I
both very
remember, yeah.
quiet, tiring, and very awkward at the end.
yes,
Oh, definitely.
It was so painful.
it was.
Mentally
so
and
bad.
physically, but
Like, what? I mean, it was physically for Mercedes.
yeah.
Yeah. But I remember at Heather's party, I believe it was last year, we were all outside, and her mom, Heather's mom, is a whole party animal. Let me tell you, I love that woman. And so we were bopping to loud music outside, and it was it was so late, and like we were all screaming our heads off. It was so much fun. Everybody was dancing. It was just a great time. And then the neighbor comes out and he's like, "Can you guys turn that music down?"
I mean, because we were singing really loud too.
Yeah, he was like, "We're trying to go to sleep," and then your mom's like, "Oh, okay."
It was so embarrassing.
It
was so bad.
I remember just like standing there, and then we just go inside.
Yeah, we just went inside after that. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, your mom doesn't care because she did it again. Whenever it was like, I think it was like a girls' night. It was us two, Olivia, Caitlin, and I don't know if there was anybody else, but her mom played some loud bangers, man, and we were just, it's always so much fun because she does not care.
Yes, It was a very, very fun memory, I would have to say.
Yes.
Dude,
definitely.
I remember at that party, I think, at my last birthday party last year, wasn't there like a frat party going on at the time when we went to that park?
Yes, we went to the park and we were just like, we were all like chilling, having fun, taking pictures. I remember me and Lexi took a bunch of stupid like timer photos on Snapchat, and then these guys are drunk, like they're wasted, and they come out and they're like, "Hey, yo, what up?" Because like a bunch of girls, at the park, and we're just like, "Hi," and then the guys were like talking to us. I mean, they were nice though, they were chill. But then they asked us if we wanted to come inside and have some beers, and we were just like, "All right, it's time to leave the park."
Meanwhile, we literally drank right after that.
Yeah.
Literally moments after that.
It's better to do it with friends instead of guys,
What if your friends are guys?
It's time to leave. It's time to go home. I'm kidding. Well, friends are better than random guys that try to pick you up from the park.
Across the field.
Across the entire field. Like, they literally walked right towards us. Like, I don't even understand why, but...
Probably because they saw some more people and they saw it as an opportunity to bring more people to the party.
Oh, definitely. But they were cool, though. They were chill. I didn't have a problem with it.
And yet 0 interactions were made after that.
Yeah.
None.
Oh my gosh. I remember me and Lexi, we like wrapped our arms around each other that night and we were just dancing around to the music. Oh, that was so fun, Heather.
I still have a Polaroid picture of you two doing that.
Oh, I miss Lexi so much. We're kind of crazy, in all honesty, especially whenever it comes to parties.
You two are insane.
Oh, we're
in the best way possible. Y'all are so fun.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I know, because it's like imagine if we weren't there.
It would be so boring.
That's like sometimes I feel like that's what I try to make. I try to make it like not awkward. I try to make it so much fun, no matter like what everybody's doing. Like, I just try to get everybody like up in the moment, vibing like with each other. Like, I hate it being completely awkward. And also, we're just stupid. Like, we're downright stupid together. So yeah, I'm so excited for your birthday party that's coming up in next month. Yeah,
in a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, basically, like, isn't it like 2 weeks? Like, after this week, it'll be 1 week, right?
I think so.
Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, happy early birthday, Heather.
It's next week. It's next week.
Oh my god!
It's next week.
Oh my god!
It's next weekend,
Yeah.
dude. I turned 16
know,
next weekend, dude. Oh my god.
That's great. You're such a big girl.
I thought you were gonna call me Big Baby at first.
You're such a big baby.
You're such a big baby, you little bitch.
You're turning 16-year-olds. What?
You're still a
What?
child if you're 16, even though that's the age of consent. You're still a child. You are still a toddler.
You are literally 5 years old, turning 16.
People on TikTok I see in the comment sections every day.
The new 16 is 5
Yes.
years old.
I feel like minor is a way to say just child for everybody, even though
yeah, I
it
know
applies to
it
teenagers too.
It gets on my nerves because like we are minors, like we are.
But we're
But
not
it's like,
actual children.
We're not babies. Okay?
We are teenagers, almost adults. We're getting
Yeah,
there.
it'll literally 2 more years and then we'll be adults. Basically 1 year for me.
You turned 17 this year. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Isn't that? I know,
Jesus
isn't that crazy?
Christ. That's
In
weird.
a few more months, baby.
It's
so
weird.
weird.
You're weird,
It's
not
weird.
really. You're
You're
weird.
weird.
You're weird in a good
You're
way,
weird.
okay.
Aw, thanks, Heather.
We're
So
all weird
nice.
because normal is boring, okay? It's good to be weird. Embrace
that's
it.
what I tell. That's what I tell Lane all the time because he's always like, "You're weird," and I'm like, "You're weird," and then
As if
we're
that's
like,
a bad thing.
But yeah. It's just who likes being normal. That's why I'm so much fun at parties, guys.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm not thanking you
Yeah,
for,
well-
but you're not. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I miss our skating I miss everybody's skating weekends, man. That was so fun.
Going skating every weekend.
Every single weekend.
Yeah, me and Olivia were talking about that because we really miss just being regulars.
And not working there.
The thing is, it's not bad that we work there. Like, we like it, but the thing is, we're just like doing our jobs 24/7. And even if we go skating, it still feels like we're doing our job because we're still being watched.
Yeah, and it's just annoying. And me and you are the hardest workers there, honestly.
But
I mean, we've been there for a year now. Both of us have been there for over a year.
Mhm.
It's just.
I
Mhm.
really miss seeing like all the Heather, like back on you saying that you really miss going skating every weekend. I do miss it too.
I miss the way carousel used to be, honestly.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Me too.
It was so much
The-
better in middle school. Like,
Before they added the play zone, before they had the like music today,
before they added that stupid rule, that's when everything went downhill. Before that rule came in, like, oh, you have to be 16 or older to get in.
Yeah,
It made
that's
them-
yeah. I mean,
For the business, it helped us keep it under control, but for other people, it did suck because you couldn't go on your own.
yeah. And the thing is, like, yeah, I mean, I did dislike the part whenever they added that rule.
But
at the
it's
same
getting
time,
so bad right now.
It's getting so hectic. Like, oh my gosh, on Saturday, some little girl broke her leg, and so
It was
I
like
had to
her
get,
femur, too,
yeah,
right?
I had to get. I don't even remember, but I had to get like 250 people off of the skating rink floor at the same time while the little girl's laying there in agony, and then I had to go back and forth. There are still people coming in while I had to go back and forth, so I had to help with tickets. And then some girl broke like 2 of her fingers.
Whoa, what?
Ouch.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we stayed there basically an hour, like a whole hour after cleaning, because it was carousel was like destroyed. It looked awful at the
And
end of the
same
night.
with yesterday. It was so I got clocked out at like 7. I had to take the trash out 3 times because there was
Yeah.
so much from birthday parties. It was so bad. And oh my god, I was so mad.
I'm ready to just
We had to call the
I-
cops out yesterday too.
What?
Gee.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because one of the workers' dads kind of got into a little argument
Oh,
outside.
no.
And because this guy, his kids threw trash out their windows, and the our coworker's dad was like, "Hey, can you pick that up? It's disrespectful. My friend owns the place." And so that he picked it up and tried to hand it to the guy to go throw it away. The guy knocked it out of our coworker's dad's hand, and then he threw it in their car, and
Oh.
it kind of started a little fight. So then she went inside and got my dad, who wasn't even on the clock, working, to come out there. That was so stupid. Yes, he's a cop, but just because
Wait, who did?
Lily,
Oh my god.
she annoyed me so bad yesterday. My god. She was just, and she didn't even clean up the last birthday table. Riley had to do it. It was bad. It was annoying.
Wait, who's dad?
Lily's dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So it was like, I don't know. It was a whole thing. And then some girl, she showed up, her parents dropped her off, and then turns out she had left, and they couldn't find her. They pinged her phone and found it way across town. So
What?
I think that was the other reason. I don't know for sure, but it was Lordy. And then the birthday mom, the last one, she threw a fit because we closed down Prize Center early. She was mad because of that. And they stayed till 6:30 picking out prizes.
Oh my god, 6:30?
Yeah, and we were trying to get our cleaning done, but they were still in there picking out prizes, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Kayla should have just kicked him out. Like,
Yeah.
but she's not like that, so.
Crazy stories. Whoop whoop.
Woo! I love work.
Alright, so I guess that's going to end us off because it is 8 o'clock. We've reached. Huh?
Wait. Leah, did you share a story?
No, but it's fine. We can end it.
No, I want to hear your input. I want to hear.
Share your story.
Yes, Leah.
I want to.
I don't even know what topic we're on. Are we on the party one or
We're
the
just
funny
sharing.
one?
We're just sharing stories. I cannot speak.
We're just staring and sharing.
We're staring stories.
Give me a topic. I'm bad at being on the spot.
We were talking about parties before, like what happened at parties and everything, but we could like just we were doing regular stories at Carousel for a little bit, but any stories that you got?
Story. I got a carousel story. So, this is the time where I was friends with 2 other people. I only talk to one of them now, but not much. So, we were skating, and then me and the tallest person who I don't talk to anymore, let's call him Bob. So, me and Bob stood on like that little carpet area where you sit, and to see who was taller on that. And me being the responsible person, I was watching where I was going. He didn't, and he banged his head on the nails.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, he cracked his head open, and I still have a photo of it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's
Heck
bleeding.
no.
Ouchie.
Yeah, he's just bleeding, and I'm just like, do you want me to go get you a pretzel and a manicure?
I love that. Me too.
Yeah, I think I felt bad because I think it was near closing, and I was like, oh my god, I have to stay longer for this.
Oh
Dude.
god, that does not sound great.
That was probably not a good experience for either of you. I apologize on both of your behalf.
I didn't get hurt. I was responsible.
That's why. Okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah. Mhm.
Watch where you're going, kids. If you don't watch, then you're gonna get hit by a nail and bleed.
Yes, please watch where you're going when you're skating. It is very annoying to have to jump over people when they fall.
That reminds me of whenever I was speed skating and then I could not stop myself, so I smacked my face against the concrete wall and I had a huge, and like it literally looked like I was crying, and then Noah thought I was dead. He was like, "Are you okay?" And then I just start laughing. It was embarrassing.
I remember when I got like somewhat confident with skating, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do speed skating. So I'm like speed skating for like a good minute, and then this kid stops in front of me, and I try to swerve past him, and I just smacked face first into the ground.
Dude, and our ground is literally pure concrete as well.
Yeah, it did not feel well, and
It hurts to fall.
since I got like really bad anxiety, I'm like, I'm gonna just skate away. So I got off.
Yeah, one time I fell on Roller City's floor, and I remember I could not hear.
What?
Can you hear?
I literally like hit the side of my face so hard to the point where I could not hear. I literally went deaf for a second. I heard like a ringing in my ear. It was awful, dude. And I just remember getting up. I'm like, what just happened?
Ding,
Like-
ding, 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 ding. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that when you fell?
No, all I heard was the ee that you hear whenever like your ear rings.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I guess that's actually gonna
Here's the real
Wrap it
ending.
Yeah.
Here's the real ending,
We
guys.
got a
We
little
just
cut
had
up.
we had a twist.
The true
We had a
ending.
twist.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. That was a little sprinkle on top at the end.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So thank you all for joining us today on this Little Teebs podcast. We hope that you enjoyed.
Thank you to everyone who joined. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a follow. Feel free to subscribe. However, I'm not making you, but I'm just saying. Feel free to. I'm not making you. It is completely free to follow. It does cost a little bit of money to sub, but it shouldn't be much. But feel free to follow. It's completely free. And I hope you enjoyed the stream.
All right.
Why don't we all say our goodbyes and then I'll end the stream.
Peace out, Better
Alright.
Scouts.
Bye, guys.
I love y'all.
Bye!